Hi friends, in this video I want to talk about President Mahmoud Ahmedinijad of Iran. As the title suggests, I consider him a hero, and I consider a few people in the Middle Eastern countries, people who are actually governing those countries, as traitors of Middle East. Now, I don't know whether I should talk about why I consider President Ahmedinejad a hero, or whether I should talk about why I call those people traitors. Well, let's start with President Ahmedinejad. Now, the thing is, the Western oil lobby, it has got big, huge interest in the oil that is in the Middle East. Saddam Hussein wanted to increase the price of crude oil. He wanted to make more money because he knew when the whole world's oil is in Middle East and it's their countries who own those oil wells, why don't they just group together and raise the crude oil price so that they can make more money? But if they had raised the crude oil price, the Western oil lobbyists, oil businessmen, they would have lost billions and trillions of dollars, because crude oil prices might have gone up, but after processing the oil that those companies sell to the people living in other countries, the people have got only limited money to buy oil. If oil prices were to go skyrocket, then people would have stopped buying oil and switched to some other modes, like say using public transport or other means to cut costs, and that would have meant the number of vehicles on roads would have decreased, and those oil companies would have lost billions and trillions of dollars. George Bush Sr., the then President of America, I was reading about him. He became a millionaire by the age of 40 because he was in oil business. He had oil interests. Kuwait played spoiled sport. While everybody else was ready to agree with Saddam Hussein, Kuwait was the only country which was perhaps American puppet, or its government was the puppet of the American oil lobby and the Western oil lobby. So they broke the line and Saddam Hussein attacked it. And because George Bush Sr.'s and his friends' oil interests were at stake, he cheated his own country in his own countrymen and attacked Iraq. Now I want to ask the people of America, how many times have Israel invaded Palestine? Why hasn't America attacked Israel? Or is it that because Israel is an ally of America, it can do anything, while those who are not allies of America, America will attack them? I am going to write 2 letters to President Obama. One is for personal reasons, and others is for 2 people who are not only the traitors of America, but who are the criminals of the whole world. And I want those 2 people to be punished. I'm going to write 2 letters to President Obama, but that's for another time, and I will post the letters on my website fatalurgecarefreekiss.com as well. But for this video, let's stick to where I was, why I consider President Ahmedinejad a hero. He is a hero actually, because the thing is, after having neutralized Saddam Hussein and installing a puppet regime in Iraq, they have positioned their armies on the other side of Iran as well, because Iran is the only country which is not towing the line of Western businessmen. President Ahmedinejad is not ready to bow to the pressure of the Western oil lobbies. Iran was building a gas pipeline between India and Pakistan. That gas pipeline would have decreased the gas prices by so much amount that those Western oil lobbyists, they would have again lost trillions of money. and just to control that, India was offered that lollipop of nuclear deal, so that they back out from the gas pipeline deal. And the Congress government, the corrupt Congress government, I hate Congress because of the 1984 Secrets. That's my personal grudge. But that said and done, Congress is the most corrupt party with the most corrupt leaders in India. Its leaders have got accounts in Swiss banks and foreign banks. The whole India knows it. I don't trust those people, but those people have sold India to the Western businessmen. Anyway, consider how much pressure has been put on President Ahmedinijad. There's a rhetoric, a propaganda being generated around the world that Iran is going to build a nuclear weapon and then he's going to attack us. Why should Iran attack any country? And if other countries need nuclear weapons, why shouldn't Iran have one? Anyway, in any case, that discussion is beyond the scope of this video. But the thing is, Western businessmen are forcing their puppet politicians, the politicians who are puppets of the businessmen, because those businessmen give them money not only to fight elections but give them money to put in their hidden accounts so that they become rich. Those puppet politicians who are running the governments in Western countries, they are trying to force President Ahmedinejad to toe the American line, to become a part of their corrupt policies. And considering how much pressure that man has been put into, he is the real hero who has the best interests of his people in his heart. Otherwise, who world leader wouldn't have buckled down under such pressure, such consistent pressure? They are trying to break down his patience. I'm requesting the people of Iran to stand up behind that man, because that man is genuinely honest and he has got genuine interest, your genuine interest in his heart. He is a genuine man. Only a genuine man can resist all the temptations and could stand up against all the pressure that man has stood up against. That man is a real hero. I somehow feel he's just like me, someone who won't buckle down and who will speak out what is in his heart. He is the man who's got the best interest of Iran in his heart. He is the true hero. If he was corrupt, he would have buckled down by now and he would have sold Iran in Iranian interest to the foreign businessmen. But if he still hasn't done that, if still the Western powers, Western businessmen need to keep their forces around Iran and put international pressure on Iran, then that just goes on to show how defiant that man is against all the bullying tactics of the Western world. If anything, people of Iran need to stand up with President Ahmedinejad and the opposition leaders who are drumming up propaganda against the President Ahmedinejad. They are all traitors. They are traitors of Iran. They'll sell Iran to the foreign businessmen. They are the ones who should actually be hanged, because corrupt politicians have got no right to live. Anyway, that's said and done. Now let me move on to the second part of this video. Who are the traitors of the Middle East? Who are the people who own oil wells? Who doesn't know in 50 years time the oil, the petrol wells, they will dry out. There will be no petrol. The whole economy of Middle East depends upon oil. But what are the people who are owning those oil wells doing to develop other industries in their country? What will happen when the oil wells will dry? Where will the ordinary people get jobs? Where will they get money? Where will the money come from? They are traitors of your world, because just because of the greed of the dollars they are getting from the foreign businessmen, they are selling your treasure they're selling your treasure of gold and diamonds at the price of coal. They are the traitors. And people who talk in the interest of your country, they don't stand up behind that person. They didn't stand up behind Saddam Hussein, and they won't stand up behind President Ahmedinejad. because they only think of money. Because the thing is, even if the whole Middle East was suffering hunger and dying because of hunger, they wouldn't care, because they've got so much money in their bank accounts. Even if there was a revolt, they will fly out of those countries and go and settle down in some Western country. They've got so much money, the next 20 generations don't need to work. They are the traitors of Middle East. They are the ones who should be taken down. Anyway, these are my personal views about the world affairs, about what's happening in the Middle East and Asia in general. People can have their own opinions, and I respect that, but I've shared what I believe. Anyway, thanks for watching.